the trade.
All right, you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
So something I want to talk about first. I remember before the game you mentioned you would like use Nami Bubble as like your signal to go in. Um, so as a thought experiment, if they had, let's say they had a Lulu instead, what would your plan be like going into this lane, or like how you want to fight?
I so like in double range usually it's just like I like to get pushed and then try
Okay.
to take favorable trades wherever I can, and then once they get low enough, then I go. Other or they use like shield, then I go. Like in a Lulu lane, for example. But usually it's like trade with them so that I can try to find
Okay.
an all-in angle.
Okay. So what do you think about like polymorph, for instance? Like, does that account for anything?
I try to get to a point where the HP differential gets to where the poly won't make a difference anymore, if that makes sense. So I trade until that point.
Yeah. Okay. So I think there's like one thing that you're kind of missing that will help you be even more aggressive, which I think is remember that our W isn't really it's not really a committal spell. Like people think of Triss as like an all-in champion, and I feel like all-in implies that once you go, you're stuck in there. Like people think like Leona, like you go in and then you die if you don't kill them, right? Like that's what people
Yeah.
think. But Triss isn't really like that because of her W reset on her bomb. So the reason I asked about the theoretical is because something that might deter you and why I hinted about polymorph is like you jump in and then Lulu polymorphs
And then you don't
and
get
then
the
you can't
bomb proc,
and then
right?
you yeah
Yeah.
or you don't kill them or you think that like you have to wait for that. It's kind of what I'm getting across. But like it's kind of Nami specific, but I think versus Nami, there are moments where you can just jump in when they haven't used anything at all, even if you can't all in them, because if you let's say you QWE onto like Aphelios and then Nami throws a bubble in response, the bubble's pretty slow. We didn't really talk about this much, but you could just like sidestep it.
That I think I ended up doing it sometimes, but like I waited until I got really comfortable before I did it. Like when I knew it was like guaranteed super winning. Otherwise I just like didn't look for it. Otherwise I just like went for an E auto
Yeah, I think
at the most.
yeah, I think there were times where you really played aggressive, but I still think that you're still playing a bit too calculated. Like you're waiting for it to be too perfect when you can
Interesting.
abuse the fact that you can jump, get a trade, and then either walk away or jump away if you have to, which I think you actually did like sometimes. But I'll just show you. I'll just show you an
Yeah,
example where like
it took me a long time to get there, I think. Like to get that feeling. Like I think like the idea that my W is not committal is slowly getting into my brain.
yeah, it's like the idea is like the W gets you to get a really good trade, and then you can jump off it. So it's like it's weird because it's like trying to think of like a similar champ that has like a non-committal trading ability. So it's like
I don't think is there anything like that, like where you can use it to go in and it looks really all in and then use it to get out.
yeah, I want to compare it to an ability that's not even an engaged tool. Like I'm thinking like
Okay,
let's
okay.
say um yeah, I guess we can compare Kaisa, especially because you play her. So like imagine like you get a trade on Kaisa where you proc your 5 stacks of plasma with like your ISO Q and W. Right? Like
Yeah.
that's not a committal trade, right? You just like auto Q. Let's say you're Kaisa, you're here, and this Aphelios walks up. You like auto Q, you like auto Q, auto W,
Yeah.
and then like auto, right?
One more time, yeah.
That's like you're an extended trade champ, but after that he's like 40% health and you walk away.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a
Trist
massive perfectly good trade, yeah.
Trist is the same way with like your Q,
Bomb.
WE, auto, and then you walk away. Even though you're on
Okay.
their face, it's not committal because you're still chunking them, and then you can get out if you have to because you have a reset. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's just the condition is that you have to explode the bomb. I know there's like lines all over the screen, sorry, but
You're good, you're good.
it's like your jump. It's almost like you're playing. It's almost like you're trading from ranged as long as you have the as long as you fulfill the condition of the E reset. The reason I really want to hammer that in is because like if you find someone like let's say this Aphelios or this Nami is like right here and Aphelios is right
Yeah.
here and he's just full HP. There's no world you kill her. You could just jump on her face and then maybe even if she bubbles you, once the bubble wears off, you get the if you get the E reset off, it's still a good trade because you do a bunch of damage and then you have the W to get out if he starts running at you. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
you don't even have to kill them because I feel
I
like
see what you're saying.
the way you're talking is like, okay, I have to wait till they're both chunked, and then now it's like a really good opportunity. Now
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
waiting
wait
for
for it.
like the perfect opportunity, but like in reality, I could
You could,
probably just if I'm in W range, I could probably just try it, right? Like, do I
yeah,
have to wait for anything to go down? Like, should I wait for E or W, or if they're in W range, can I jump on this guy's head?
yeah, you could kind of on this lane. That's what I want to get across. Like in this lane, if you're in like W range, there's a couple of moments where you could just like jump in. I'll show you when we get to it.
I can
But
do
you
that
could,
with a Janna too, like because usually like I would do like that makes sense for me for other supports, but like with a Janna, that's okay. I can do that.
yeah, you can because your E is just such so much damage when you explode it, and then you could jump away because like if we think about trades fundamentally, right? When you trade, the reason it's called a trade is because you deal damage and then they take damage, right? So like
Yeah,
you jump in, get a bunch of damage, they get like maybe 20% of yours, and then you jump away to stop to reduce the amount that they deal to you back.
yeah,
You see
yeah,
what I mean? So you cut the trade by force by resetting your jump and going away. So it's like even if you're 1v2 and they hit you, let's say Janet doesn't participate at all, like you'll probably still win the trade because of how fast you can explode your jump with your level 3 combo, which is QWE. Um, I'll check show you in a sec, but does that make sense? It's like
yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
not
Well, so
always,
I mean,
not
like this
always,
is
but
like it's dependent on like champions as well, right? Like here, I think I could probably just out damage them if I hit everything
yeah,
just
let's
because this lane. But like if it's like a Karma, for
I
example,
was
like I
I
would want to
was
wait for like a Mantra Key, right,
that was
before
the
I.
exact example I was gonna say. Like I was actually gonna say
Okay,
like
okay.
if you were gonna jump in and then he throws a magic Q in your face and she like W's on you, like it's obviously bad. But even then, like maybe you can flash over Mantra Q if it's like if they're close enough down. Like that's the mindset I want you to be. Like think of like how you
Yeah,
could kill them. And sometimes you could like, okay, they're big threat, even if it's not a CC, it's like Mantra Q. But if I wait forever, like Karma knows that you want to jump in, so she's just gonna
yeah.
hold
So she
Mantra Q
might hold
forever.
it.
So
Yeah. So
you're
if it's like a player that is actually trying to hold it for that, then maybe I can flash it. I see what
yeah,
you're saying.
exactly, because you're limiting yourself by waiting for like it's good. Like waiting for bubble and jumping is good, but one step higher is you make them bubble and then you dodge it, right? Because like it's the same with Mantra Q. You W in, maybe you can't dodge Mantra Q with your movement because it's too fat, but you can flash it, and then
Yeah,
you force Certometric Q because it doesn't matter how good you are, like you're gonna feel pressure to
you
metric
have
Q
to.
when
Yeah, you
you're
have to toss
jumping
it
on an enemy
basically.
in face. Like you have to, right? Exactly. Versus if you just wait for it and then never throw it, then you guys are just farming and you're wasting your jam kind of. Like,
Yeah, that
you know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
So it's just like that next level. But I do think the lane went pretty well, especially considering like this isn't really a favorable matchup like Janna versus Nami. But this is a really big strength of Trist is that if you're really fearless going for these trades, um, with your W, then you can
I
get
think I
something
should have
really.
W'd in right there, right on that NATO. Like
Yeah,
it looks.
maybe
Now that I'm
it's a,
watching it
the
back,
thing that's a little hard is that okay,
I think I
yeah,
didn't because of jungler, and I didn't have a word.
yeah.
But
There's
I
a
guess it's not
jungler.
really timer yet.
There's a jungler, and then something you have to consider is that if you don't have your Q, that it's a little bit harder to get your E reset because you attack slower.
It's
Right?
it's a guarantee, right? Like after the NATO hits, because then I get the W guarantee.
Yeah, exactly. So like what I'm thinking is like when Janna lands her tornado,
To jump
or like
on the CC, right? Like, and then it's guaranteed.
yes,
Like right here.
if you go fearlessly, my mind instinctively is thinking they're CC'd, which means I can reset my E easily because they're gonna be stuck in one spot.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. Like my brain is unlocking.
Right? So it's like the CC works as like a way to because like what I'm thinking is like when I jump in, again, it goes back to if you jump in, the counterplay to Tristana is you space her bomb, not because of the damage the bomb deals, which is that's part of it, but it's because she doesn't get the reset and then you run at her because she's a sitting duck.
Yeah,
But if you
which intuitively, like I understand like playing against her, but like playing as her, I guess I haven't like put it together.
yeah, so like as you play as her, it's like that's how you do it yourself. Like and your jump range is crazy, so like you can really abuse that. Um, so this might be another instance. Let me see. This I actually really like this. I know you don't kill, but this is exactly what I want. How I want you to review fights. Maybe this was like your instinct just taking over, and that's why you play this super well. Because sometimes you do it, other times you play a bit more passive. But here, I really like that you jumped really quickly on the CC, and then I feel like you kind of reactively flashed the Nami bubble. But I don't
Yeah,
know if you came into the lane thinking that like I'm gonna W in and dodge the bubble. I don't know if that's
that's
true.
exactly what I was thinking here. Yeah,
Right. So it's like you can make this happen. Like you can plan for this, like going into the game. Like I'm
yeah.
gonna W in and I'm gonna either flash it or sidestep it,
I had the
so I can stay
idea
in
for it,
range.
like if I found the angle, but like like was this a bad angle to do? Well, I guess we got barrier, heal, and flash out of this, right? So it's good. I looked at this afterwards and I thought it was like maybe a mistake, like because I didn't do enough,
Yeah, the thing is like
but we got 3 sums for 1, right? So it's really good.
yeah, and you
I
still have
just didn't
barrier.
realize it
Like
afterwards. Yeah.
this is an example of what I said with cutting the trade, right? What you could do is that if you're thinking about a Felios queue, I think you're busy pinging flash, which is why you get hit by it. But if you're thinking about a Felios queue, right, you
I
can do
just
the thing
W
that I
the
talked
value
about.
skew worst
You
case.
can cut the trade because like remember the
Yeah.
trade is like your damage is greater than his damage. So like
Yeah.
because him getting his Q off you is like free for him because your cooldowns are down, but you can cut it
Yeah.
off, right?
I think
So
that was
that's
the idea, and I just didn't think about his Q. I was like, oh, I'm out, so like
yeah.
I'm just gonna get a couple
So
slaps from
something
Nami.
that's
So
really kind of like funny if you think about it as Tristana, right? Like so like W range is kind of like 800. If you think about it, I don't know what the exact range, but it's like it's pretty big, right? So
yeah,
the way you think about it is like because you have 2 jumps, it's almost like Tristana has like a half HP trade from 800 range. So imagine
yeah,
if like a
yeah,
Caitlyn with RFC could headshot you.
for half your health,
Yeah,
and then
that's
just
what Tristana jump combo
jump back
is.
to 800.
Because what it
Yeah,
is
makes
you jump
sense.
in, you take like one auto, insta jump out, after, and then they're half HP. So it's almost like you're doing an 800 damage range trade because you're almost taking no damage in return. That's like how I think of Tristana. Like you don't even have to kill them.
Interesting.
Um,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but it's really OP the reset
I really want to hold my
for a lot
W
of reasons.
partly as well because of like I wasn't sure where jungle was, but like I think if I just W away immediately, like
Yeah,
behind the minions and then
so
walk away,
just to
that's fine.
address a
But I just
little
wanted to crush the wave after as well.
yeah, and just to address like a maybe something that sounded contradicting from what I said earlier is that I know you don't want to have your W down, but having the HP lead and then waiting for your W to come back up to play for like a future trade for like you set them up
Yeah,
really
yeah,
low because
yeah.
remember we talked about like you want them to be low because it's easy to kill them, but you can set them up to be low yourself on this champ. By doing that combo and to jump out, wait for your W to come up, and then just repeat the process. Do it
That
again.
makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm just like the only reason I'm talking about this it kind of sounds like I'm nitpicking, but I just want you to be in the
No, no, no,
mindset.
not at all, not at all. This makes a lot of sense because like I feel like it's like generally applicable, like the idea of just like I get their HP low, like by myself, and then I kill. Like it makes sense. Like I want to make really high value
Yeah,
trades.
I want you to learn how to play proactively more and not have to look for opportunities that you don't have to wait for. Basically,
Yeah,
it's like
no, that makes sense. I feel like I'm like ultra reactive otherwise, so this is
mhm.
very helpful.
Yeah, and then here I think because Aphelios has no flash, you should go for Aphelios. I think I don't know if Nami has no flash either, but
I didn't
I
yeah I
think she
didn't think
does.
about it, but then like once I had the bomb, I was like okay I'll commit,
Yeah,
so then
but
I
at
can
the
grow
same
my W
time, it's
back.
like
But
their AD
I should have just
carry
auto
their AD carry is
it.
gonna be 1 HP. You push the wave in. Let's say Janet doesn't kill herself. It happens. Let's say she doesn't kill herself. You push this wave in. You just dive him, and then you jump out.
Yeah,
Like
that makes
it's
sense.
fine. It's not a big deal. But so I don't really want to talk too much about that. That's fine. Okay, here I think this might have been one of those moments. You jump. Oh, you did jump in. Okay, you did. This isn't it then. Okay, this is really good. UW here, like that's fine. Like it makes sense why you thought you could kill him. It was really close, and then I feel like Jana just goes too far up. It happens.
Yeah,
Push this in. Really good sidestep. Small thing here, maybe you could wait to see if she
I
goes
thought
a
she
little
had
bit farther right.
vision on me, and that's why like I moved, and then I wasn't sure. Like the way I was like channeling my recall, and she was walking at me. Like I thought she had vision. I didn't realize she was just pulling the wave. So, but I should have realized at this point that she doesn't.
Yeah, because just to make sure we're on the same page, if she goes to the right here and then you wrap this way, you'll stay in range for bomb reset and you probably kill her. I don't know if you agree,
Yeah, no, I
right?
agree. That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Sidestep though. So here might have been a good trade opportunity.
Yeah, because Janna was coming in too, right? So I could have just W'd on his head.
Yeah, because remember your W's out a committal spell,
But I'm like
which is fucked up.
super level on. I haven't spent my gold, and he's on Dirk. That's why I was kind of
Yeah,
a
that's
little
that's
hesitant.
fair. Yeah, but that's like a moment you can like definitely try because like I think people think that I'm just gonna keep saying it, so it eventually sinks in that W is like a committal ability, but you can
Do you think it? But
go for the
like, if
trade.
I get hit by bubble here, I don't die. Like I'm fine. So like, if I jump in on that
It's
Aphelios and that
it's a
angle,
bit it's a bit Nami specific. I'm kind of thinking about the fact that like you jump in, she's gonna throw a bubble, and it takes like a second to land, so you could dodge it. Is kind of what I'm
okay,
thinking.
okay. So you're
So
just banking on me dodging the. So like,
yeah,
but like when I jump in, like if I'm like mid auto animation and she throws it, is it dodgeable? Like, or do I have to like pause an auto when I think she's gonna bubble? Does
you
that make
mean like if
sense?
she throw? I mean like okay, so if you jump here, right? She can't cast W while she's knocked up is one thing. Um,
So like,
so if you jump
oh, so you're
immediately,
you're you're saying over here? Sorry. I was thinking we like if you go back a little bit when Jenna was coming from down from the river, um,
okay.
like when she's coming back, right? I thought you were asking if I or telling me like that I could have jumped to Philios there. So you're saying on the NATO here, on the
On the
Nami,
NATO, yeah.
not. Oh,
There's a world with where you jump in failures, but I'd want them to be a little bit farther, ideally. But
yeah. No, this makes sense. I could jump the.
yeah, you could
I
jump
see
on
it too.
Nami, and then
Yeah,
she has
I
to
think I
cast
chunked the
Q.
shit out of her there.
Yeah, and
Right,
then even if
that
you
makes
don't kill
sense.
her, you probably could kill her. You'll have two Ws, but
I think I kill her. Yeah. No, now that I'm watching it, it makes sense.
hey,
Wow, it's crazy how many like. I feel like I jumped in a lot more this game, and there were a lot of missed opportunities as well.
yeah, it's really 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 crazy how much potential this champ has for killing people. It's yeah, so like I'm gonna talk a lot about missed opportunities because like I said, this champ is about being proactive, and proactivity is gonna go hand in hand with missed opportunities, right?
I think
So
that's where I struggle. Like I think I play a very reactive game. So this is
yeah, so I'm gonna try to tell you how to get in that mindset because it's really really hard to improve on champs that need you to be proactive if you're not thinking in the right headspace of like
yeah. No, that makes
I
complete
really want to
sense.
like I want to kill them, I can kill them, how do I kill them? That's kind of like what I'm thinking. It's like you almost always
Hmm.
can kill them. It's just how do you do it? So you just have to like experiment, like limit test with that, and then you're putting together a puzzle, like a micro puzzle. It's like really that's what I really like about AD carry, and why I really love the role, especially these specific types of champs, is because like so people like a lot of people like they imagine jungle. I'm going to invade his raptors at 420 when they respawn. I'm gonna do this crazy play. I'm gonna reset, be on this guy, and just like dismantle the game like through their brain. But like these are like micro puzzles where like okay, this fight I'm gonna R this ability, I'm gonna W buffer this, I'm going to sidestep here, I'm going to like I'm gonna position here exactly so he can't reach me. Like it's like
This is so nice to like hear your framework for thinking about AD carry. Uh,
mm,
I don't know why like I've never heard it like this, but this is a it makes the game a lot more exciting.
yeah, this is why I think AD carry is fun, and then why I think people not thinking about that don't find it fun is because they think that they're a passenger and they just have to like oh my Nautilus hooks, I jump in, you know, they
Hmm.
just think like that. But it's like the thing that's scary about AD carry, if you think about it from the enemy team, imagine a Tristana that just jumps in like 1v5. Alistar instantly combos, you R him away, you kite perfectly to the left, you're just in their face and they
Yeah. It's
can't
like
ignore you. They have to go on you because you're going to kill them all if they don't. But then when they do go on you, you you avoid every threat. So they just feel like there's no counterplay. That's what's beautiful about AD carry. You build full damage, but you're still unkillable and you're killing everyone. You know what I mean? So it's
nice. Okay.
like
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with you here. This is
right. So it's like
sweet. I started playing AD carry because I was bad at AD carry. Like I just wanted to be
Mm.
good at it. So this is like a complete mental framework swap because I was just trying to improve it. Uh, I was just trying to coast basically, like survive until like I decided I wanted to get like actually good at it. So this is a lot more of a fun approach to getting
Yeah,
better.
it's I'm really passionate about like having a satisfying relationship with the game and not just trying to win only or just trying to because like technically the thing that I want to talk about the way I'm talking about AD carry it's really difficult especially for some people like if you don't have the proactive mindset and you're not trying to juice everything that you can in terms of like killing people and making plays then it could be hard to like feel impact and also if you're a lower level player so let's say like below emerald there's like a ton of fundamentals you have to do before you can even do things like this but I feel like your fundamentals are pretty good from what I've seen and it's
Yeah,
mostly about like getting to that next level of like fighting and
exactly. Yeah,
being proactive because like being proactive is not easy it's like really hard especially if your champions like let's say you're playing like a support like a blitzcrank or nautilus like if you mess up a bunch early you still have those hooks for late game but if you mess up a bunch
yeah,
as Tristana you're just a pea shooter right so
hmm
it's like
exactly. Yeah.
it can feel discouraging at the same time but yeah that's enough of a tangent but that's what I really like about you carry and I think Tristana really showcases that I think the here just like good. It was a good try. I thought you saw you tried to dodge the bubble. If you dodged it, you probably kill him. But
This is what I was talking about. Where like I was like mid auto and like I try. So like, are you predicting the bubble or are you just reacting to the bubble? Because like I feel like if I'm mid auto, it's hard to dodge.
yes, that's also something to talk about. So you jump in. Well, let's talk about what you do here. So what you do is you jump in with WQE.
So do you throw one auto and then look for the bubble?
What I'm doing is I'm not even autoing right now. What I'm doing is I'm
Ah,
WQEing. Once I land, I'm clicking forward because remember the reference point. You want to stay on top of them for the reset. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking forward, waiting for the bubble animation, dodging it, and then I start
is
sending it
this a
again.
common thing that you do? Like, and this was talking about with the Alistar thing earlier too. Like sometimes I get caught mid auto because I'm trying to maximize my DPS before the like the thing that I'm trying to dodge, and then I don't dodge because I'm DPSing. If that makes sense.
No, that is conscious what I try to do. That's extremely common on AD carries, extremely common mistake. So it's like the way you approach all fights, super generally, is as AD carry, is you basically it's like dealing with threats. So this will be either usually it's just dodging, um, right, and then it's after that it's like dealing damage with your champion efficiently, which is like most people know how to do this. It's like pretty easy. It's just like knowing your combos and
Yeah.
right click moving, right? Usually, it's like obviously like there's nuance, but essentially what people do is they over focus on this too much and they skip step one. Um, so if you're thinking of fights in this mindset, the threat is the bubble, and you jump in. You don't focus on this because you don't care about this. This is higher prio, so I'm focusing on
Mm,
dodging because
okay.
dealing with these is going to lead to you dealing damage, right? So it's like some champs can sidestep, some champs can only sidestep, some champs can only wait. But Tristana, we talked about, you also have your W buffer, right? You have your
Yeah.
reset, you have your R cancel on dashes.
Yeah,
But then
I think that's a big problem. I'm like
mm,
putting these at equivalent priority. So like I'm trying to I have the idea of the threat, but I don't compromise the auto attack for it. So like I'm still trying to get the autos out, even though
yeah,
um
because if we think about okay, so just to show you exactly how costly it is, maybe this helps you a bit. So like if you jump in, right? Um, let's imagine that you don't auto, or
yeah.
let's show this example first. Actually, let's show you you auto like once, twice, bubbled. You're missing one auto. Let's
Yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah,
count how
yeah.
many
Let's
autos you're
count it.
missing while you're CC'd. One auto, two auto,
Two
three
autos,
auto. You
three
missed
auto.
three autos while you were CC'd. So who cares that you
Mhm.
delay one auto because you're it's like a math equation. It's like
It's three autos, bomb pop, maybe a fourth auto too.
yep,
Yeah,
and
you're like
just for the cost of one auto attack to move. So why do you have to
uh
be DPSing the whole
I
time?
guess in my head I'm like,
Right?
what if they don't throw the ability? But
Yeah,
they always will, right? Like
they always will,
I don't think I've
basically,
ever been in
and
an elo where they're gonna hold their ability for me after this,
no, that
and
there
they can't hold forever.
that is more advanced, but this is so what'll happen is right is like you jump in and then really good supports will know that you're gonna dodge and they'll wait.
Yeah.
But then
So
like
they'll hold it for like a second, like a
and then
Dark Souls
it's
boss.
it's a game of chicken of whoever like they're gonna wait for your auto attack, but then you could auto attack and like start autoing at like an unpredictable time or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like that's like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
advanced, but first you
But
have to dodge.
default is yeah, dodge. Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay.
So
This is really good. Like this is like I'm learning.
yep, I got you. I'm really obsessed with like micro stuff. So
I'm like
yeah.
I'm so glad. Like I like specifically was like I got to get a block with Dan Ban because I know you're like very ultra specific about micro, which is exactly what I needed.
Yeah, I love micro. Because the thing is like especially because like what's the if you don't know how to do these things, all your macro options are severely limited anyway because if you can't do these things on Tristana, then your option is just to wait for these opportunities and then they won't come because you're not creating them, right? So it's like,
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah, but I
that
mean,
makes
this game was
sense.
good. I'm just like really hammering the mindset. I honestly think you're already on the path to like win and
Yeah, this
improve a
is
lot
exactly what I
more,
need.
but
I
I
just need
want
to hear
to,
like what the mindset was to be able to get there. I think
yeah,
it'll take some limit testing and some
let's look
trying
at,
of new things, but
there's a couple things I want to look at here. So you don't have your jump. I just want to see how that happened. This is all good. So jumped on the last hit with the tornado. Yeah, so this is just a specific situation where they're near their tower. So the tower inherently stops you from getting your reset here on
do
your
I
jump.
have to play for the reset here though? Because like there's no bubble, and I feel like a trade is okay, right? Like
Oh, you cut it off here, is what you're saying, and then wait for
yeah,
your.
that's all.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but then I have to respect when I have no W, I guess afterwards, right?
yeah, and I guess also the problem is your mana a bit, which I guess, yeah, but
I also got hit by bubble. I didn't think I was in range of the bubble, so I guess that's like a good key takeaway there as well. I didn't realize that the range was like far enough that she could place it behind me from here.
yeah, and I also okay, this I also want to for more micro specific stuff. Your mouse is really far away when you're only dodging. Okay, so remember we talked about earlier, there's like threats, the number one priority, and then you're dodging,
Yep,
just
yep.
basically dodging usually, and then there's two that's dealing damage. When you're in this phase, there's actually like two mouse modes that I like to think of. So like when you're in threat mode, which is priority one, your mouse should be close to your character. Focus purely on movement because who cares if your mouse isn't close to their characters? You're not focusing on hitting them. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Okay.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so I want to show you here specifically. So here you hit the tower. They still have their Nami threat. If you're in step one, you're thinking about the bubble. So
My mouse is super far. Yeah.
yeah, so you can click here. She throws bubble. It takes 2 inches, 1 inch to click back. That's how you see people.
I'm very very bad at that. Like the close mouse movements. So
Yeah, yeah. Because the thing is, I think what people have trouble with, you could correct me if I'm wrong if it doesn't apply to you, is that they hit someone or their mouse is close to them, but they want to hit someone the whole time. Because if you're trying to DPS, if your whole obsession is hitting people the whole time, um, your mouse is going to be far from you naturally because this is your auto range. Um, so let's say you're trying to hit Nami and dodge the bubble at the same time, then it's a lot harder. But if you're only focusing on movement, it's easier. And
yeah,
it's
yeah. I was
you know
I
what I
was
mean?
thinking about autoing the Nami, and that's why like my mouse is like further right.
Yeah, because
Uh,
whenever you auto someone, you lock yourself in place, but you're also compromising your mouse position, which is like people
yeah,
don't really think about. Um,
that's interesting. Okay.
yeah, but I mean, but we also talked about how Tristana is like one of those champs where you can be um, hitting people and still dealing damage as long as you're using your tools. But in this case, you don't have tools, right? Because you don't want to really flash the bubble and your jumps down, so you have to focus on
Yeah.
your movement. Because so this is a
I
situation where you have to rely on movement as a tool.
yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, and just to talk about this, I think that this trade's not really worth it. Just to go back, I don't like a question we asked a while ago, but I went on a bit of a tangent. So when you jump here for this short little trade, I think it's not really worth it because of the mana you use, and the reason your mana is important is because it gives you access to your full kit. So I don't know
Mm.
how much
So
math you
I'm
do
like
in
I'm
game.
crippling myself on the next one, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
I need what like is it 120 mana to get a combo off?
yeah,
220 if I want
100,
R.
yeah, exactly. That's so those are like mana thresholds I think about. That's which is why I'm glad you have the spell costs because
Yeah.
I'll do quick math in game like going back to lane like okay, if I have less than 220 mana, that means I'm a nerf champion because I don't have R.
Mm, yeah. Okay. I got
That's
you.
what it. So you nerfed yourself by going for this trade basically.
Yep. I've never run out of mana on this champion though because it's the first game I ran Triumph. So like, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's not like you can't run out of mana on this champ. We obviously can, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you want to go
Because if
presence,
you have
like
like
I'm not gonna make you go triumph, but at the same time, like triumph is gonna let you do things in
no, I
this
think
game
Triumph
that you normally
uh
wouldn't.
meshes a little better with the identity anyway. I'm just used to like I think like
Mhm.
I took a lot of E auto trades that I would are probably not as valuable as just jumping on their head and getting more damage off.
Yeah,
So
I think E auto trades can be fine in some matchups, but a lot of the time, as we've talked about, if you can get a full jump into bomb reset, that is such a good trade that it's like more mana efficient that you'll
yeah, no,
naturally save
that makes
mana,
complete
right?
sense. I'm so
Uh,
used to playing presence and getting like an E auto trade in these like double enchanter matchups that like I wasn't even thinking that like W uh was an option. So I
right.
feel like the skirmish could have been better. I'm not sure like what exactly could have done here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like
Yeah, I think there's two ways you could possibly approach this. So something I heard you not talk about in the loading screen when you're talking about threats is you didn't really talk about talent Q, which is
yeah,
a
just
gap
R his
closer.
Q.
Yeah, you can RSQ. Um,
How close like at what point do I press the R button on Talon? Um,
he probably has to be like right here, ideally.
oh wow, he can do it from that far, really? Or like I mean it's a little closer, but you buffer, right?
I think it's 550. That's like his Q range.
Oh, I didn't know it was so far. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna look it up right now, so I don't lie to
Oh,
you,
it
but I'm
looks like he
pretty
queued me
sure
from pretty far though. So
I'm
like
pretty sure it's 550. Maybe it's 450,
it looks like it's somewhere around yeah, around the
575.
area. Wow. Okay. So it's like almost at it's like at my auto range then.
So you can R him away, or you could what you could also do is it's like a it's like a fake buffer. It's like when someone dashes on you, you W at the same time to create space. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Okay.
it's like he
Yeah.
Qs on you, and then you W at the same time. That way he can't follow up damage. That's how you could play it.
Makes sense. Maybe that'd be okay because he QWs usually, right? So if I W like right or something like that,
Yeah.
then maybe it's okay.
Yep. And you sidestep with your W on the W damage, so he doesn't proc passive.
Yep.
Um,
That makes sense. Yeah, so I think the big one on that one was like if I just R the talent Q, then that fight looks
yeah.
better.
The problem though with
Much better.
that is that W might be better there because if we look at it again, if it might be too hard to get your bomb reset if you R him,
Good.
right?
I just don't drop the bomb on him yet though. Like if I'm looking for his dash, then I just hold my bomb, right?
Yeah, you can just R him, and then once they go back
Because like I
merge, then
know
you can
like
QE.
it's threat and then DPS, right? So like the threat is that he's gonna Q. So I hold bomb for his Q,
Yeah,
ideally.
yeah.
Because he's gonna
So I like the way you're thinking. So yeah, I agree. So what you can do is like instead of bombing at all, well, I mean, you can see that this champ has many facets of how you can play a fight. So
yeah.
a lot of them are correct, but I like your
I think I
idea of
just
like
start with autos
what you can do is
here.
like you can walk towards him. So this is kind of similar to like so remember the example with the Caitlyn Alistar
Yeah.
where I said you can R the Alistar and then
Mhm.
hit the Caitlyn. You can do the same thing with the fellas. You can walk up, hit the Caitlyn, and then R the Talon.
Oh, that's freaky. Okay, yeah. I see it. And
Exactly,
then
like
are the
this.
talent away, and then I can
You're
just
getting there to the freak mindset. You walk in,
okay.
you are the Talon. You're using your tool so you can DPS. You walk up, you QE this guy because he's slowed, and you get your reset. And then you still have like
Wow.
you
Okay.
can just DPS, and then he has no tool to get on you. And if he does somehow get on you, you have your jump still because you're saving it.
Oh, so if you went the Aphelios here, you're not jumping. You're just QEing him and then walking at him, and you're holding jump.
Actually, no,
in
you
this
could
instance. The only
probably.
reason I'd consider holding jump is because Nami are,
You
right?
want to know what? You know what? I know what the most freaky thing is. I think probably how to play this is you are the Talon. You W buffer the Nami ult while QEing the
Yeah, right
Aphelios.
onto Aphelios and just
Yes,
blast him. Okay,
this is
that's
the example where
freaky.
you can W buffer
Ah, okay,
forward.
okay, okay. Yeah, I see it.
So like you can literally look at a fight and just think about all the ways you could play it, as opposed to like we shouldn't take this fight. You know, like
Yeah.
Tristana, you could like almost always take it. You just have to play it
I think this is
the
like
right way.
where I could like find like some consistencies over time, right? So like the big things are like I could buffer the Nami R, and like that's like a takeaway, right?
Uh huh.
And then like Ring the Talon Q. Like those are like two big
Exactly.
takeaways.
That's exactly how I want you to think of fights. It's like this is what I meant by like micro puzzles. They're fighting puzzles. It's like,
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
but they have like different solutions potentially. But you can like, there's like pros and cons to each one. But that one's probably the best one. It's like probably the best way is to utilize your full kit to its potential. Are the talent queue, W buffer. Like
This fight is so one if I do that.
it's
Yeah,
funny
I can
because
see
like
it.
this champ is so simple on the surface, but it has all the combos I talked about in one fight. So it has
Yeah.
you cancel the dash with R, you buffer this while going forward, and then you're also on top of Aphelios, so if he flashes away, you can still get your reset on your jump.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is so exciting. Nice. This is cool. Okay. I like it. I like it.
Right? But now you lose your you do get the reset, but you lose your R and then a lot of HP.
Yeah,
So now it's really hard.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's like it's not the end of the world. It's just like a missed opportunity, we said. But but that's definitely how I want you to look at fights. It's just like there's almost always a way to play it unless you're like really behind. But it's crazy how many different ways you can play it with how flexible your kit. Like that's why Tristana has insane skill ceiling.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
see it. That makes a lot of sense.
yeah. And then your
All right,
goal
I know we're
here is
like,
to
I know I keep asking questions and like
go
talking
for it.
you through like small details for a long period of time in the first few minutes of each review.
No, you're good. I encourage it. Then here, don't worry, talent. You're backing for you. Yeah, this is fine. Just come back. This is the fight I was like really proud of. It was really good. I think the way you played it showed like you would not have done this in your first game. You
No,
played for the
definitely not.
reset and then you W'd away.
I think my mistake was Ring here though. I think I just W and don't R there.
Yeah.
I did both.
Where did you R? Did you R the affiliates? Let me
I
see.
think I R'd and W. Like I W R'd Talon, I think, or
I can't even see your R. Wait a minute.
I don't even know who I R'd. I mean, I think it was the Stealth Talon. I think. Yeah, it was Talon.
Oh, did
So
he get
R
R this
W.
way? I'm not sure. Yeah, but I guess you could have canceled the dash with the R maybe. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I think the most important thing is I think if I were to like criticize this a little bit, it would be I would just use your barrier because you're gonna block guaranteed damage,
Right. Yeah, that
and
makes
then
sense.
you'd be higher HP here.
Yep, that makes sense.
Um,
That makes sense.
that's a good way to use barriers. Just like if you're gonna block, if you're gonna use the full shield, then it's usually a good barrier.
Mhm.
I really like that you tried to outplay this. Auto. You just tried to finish him off. You don't have the damage there for it because you don't have bomb, but
Yeah. I should have done it if only if I had
that makes
bomb.
sense. So I think here you could probably pay more patient with your E
Okay.
because you want
I
to
thought
play
I
around
could
your
pop
tower.
it on him honestly. Like when he jumped over, he looked isolated, and then I kind of like panicked because I was like, oh, he has a Q, and I can't deal with Q,
Yeah, and
right?
then the Felius is walking at you, and then Nami's also walking at you. So that's
Yeah,
why. So
yeah.
like the thing to recognize here is that for you win this fight, you probably have to play near your tower. So save your E for when they're actually diving you under the tower. Is kind of how I'd look at it. It's like instead of Eing, just like auto him and then walk this way, and then once they dive you, then you could E, and then your Q's also up, and you can play for that reset. Use
I
barrier
think the like
debates.
Q like E delaying is like one of the more difficult things like to start to wrap my head around because it's like
Yeah,
sometimes I can pop it, sometimes I can't, and it looks like I can sometimes, but like
yeah.
there's probably better angles
If you thought
sometimes.
you could pop it, like I'm actually happy with that because like I think the important thing is the mindset that you're trying to use your E at a timer where you can get the reset, which is what we talked about a lot. Which is like
Yeah,
you
I
tried
tried
to
to
do that.
combine it with the Janna so that I could pop it here, and then I like couldn't, right? But
Yeah, but this is just a specific situation. This is like one of the exceptions we talked about. Like, so you did the rule, but this is an exception because they have the team coming, so you can't stay in auto range long enough, right?
yeah, yeah,
And then this is also something I talked about earlier, which is if you don't have your Q, just keep in mind that your E is harder to proc because it takes longer to auto attack.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened? Did you reset your W? Is that how you get out here?
Yep. It's just got back up and then.
Oh, it just came back up naturally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then I mean this game is like a perfect example where like just by improving your fighting ability, like even if you're not crazy head in lane, like you could still just completely pop off in mid game as
Mhm.
well. Yeah. I can already tell you like you're a lot more fearless with jumping in because you know that you have the reset to bail you out, right? You're just jumping out of
Yeah,
Talon's
yeah.
face, right? Perfect. Right.
Small heads up. I think I have a hard cutoff around like 8:20 or so, so I
Okay.
may not be able to get into the review of the third game. But I think we usually do a live, right, for the third one. Should
Yeah,
be okay.
I'm down to do it live. Yeah, we
Okay,
can
cool,
quickly
sweet.
wrap this up then. Thank you for letting me know about that. Um, let's just
I think
maybe
we
look at
should be
one or
good
two
for
more
another like
fights.
5-10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this fight. Okay. You jump in, see like imagine you're a
Yeah,
person who
yeah.
doesn't think about W reset. Like imagine how psychotic this looks to someone who doesn't understand the reference point. But you would never be able to see this unless you knew
Yep.
about that or you were like in the
No,
mindset.
it made such a big difference. It was ridiculous. I mean, like it's
Yeah.
like a
It's just really funny to think about it, just like looking at it, jumping into 5 people, but it's actually the
more
correct play.
people.
Yeah. What happened here? That's also what I really liked is just the mini jump that you did. Super good. Um, and then yep, you just
Thank you.
back and then
I probably shouldn't burn flash like when I'm 8-1 and I have a shutdown. I thought it would guarantee dragon, but I think it's like a worthless pick.
I mean, I don't know if I mind because like your flash on Trist isn't that important because you have so many tools. And also
Yeah,
it's
okay.
like the mindset of it doing it before an objective is like fine. So I really don't know if I'd think of that as a
I did the
mistake.
thing this time, okay? So like this time I did an auto before the charm.
Yeah, exactly. This is yeah, you're actually doing it. So yeah, maybe you just I don't know, maybe you just think you're really fed, so you don't care about getting that extra auto. I don't know what it is, but like you definitely did it there, or you're just really feeling yourself. I don't know, but this is definitely what you should want to do in lane as well with the Nami bubble. Okay, let's look at this one because I wanted to see. Okay, maybe this will be the last fight, so we can have time just to make
Yes, I
sure.
didn't have bomb, but I thought I could kill her anyway. But I didn't have
Mhm.
Q either, so I guess that's like I could just hit her over the wall. I think I hit her twice over the wall, then jump if I. It's good, right?
Yeah, that's an option. I think.
She's stunned for a while. I can auto W R auto to kills. I think.
Yeah, if we look at if we think about it through the reference point, if you're gonna W in without your bomb, it should be because you're killing them, right? So like autoing them
Yeah, and
first,
that's what I thought. That's what
and
I thought.
then
That's why I W'd
yeah,
in.
yeah. You could also maybe because you're fed, you can jump in and then try to dodge the charm, but then also the bubble. That's like super freaky. But I think what's more
Yeah.
consistent is just the auto and then W in for the kill. Yeah.
I tried to, if you see there, like, but I did the auto before dodge there again.
Oh, you tried to, but yeah, but you were like, let me see. I
You
think it
can see
was
it, like if you go back to it real quick, like you can see that I input an auto before I try to dodge. If I dodge before I input that auto, I dodge it, I think.
yeah, you
Maybe.
auto and then dodge. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
so if I
think
just start the dodge.
yeah. Okay, so like this is a good point actually because whenever we play as AD carries, we're told we auto move, auto
Yes,
move.
exactly. It's like
So
built into my head to auto and then
But
move.
what you can do is auto, move, 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 auto. Like people don't ever consider that, you know?
I think that would have made a big difference here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should just queue up now. Maybe we could look at one more fight while you're in queue, and then we can do the live coaching. Last fight is here. Okay, let's see how you play this. How did you kill her with one auto? Did it? I think you did. It's crazy.
Something hit her, I think, on her way out. Or I killed her with one auto. Nope, I just crit her for 500. Wow. Something else must have hit her though. She was at 1,000. Did I like poorly space it? I guess Talon flashed on me,
Yeah,
right? So
I
I should
think
be looking for the R on Talon, and then
I honestly think your biggest, if we're talking about like specifics in this game, I think the big learnings are like against Talon is just
R the Talon Q.
R the Talon Q or W it. Honestly, you can W buffer as in like I don't want to say W buffer because it's not a CC, but like that like dash.
Yeah, but like
space.
he's dashing to me and I'm dashing away as he dashes to me, so he lands where I'm not.
But not
I got
so
you.
early where he follows you, like just in time where he stays at the original spot you're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the timer for that is like here.
Right here.
Or no,
Yeah,
no,
you
like
just got
it's okay. Gotcha.
right. So
like
don't W
if
before
I'm
you dashed. It's basically wait for the animation. Basically. So
in
you
all
can
honesty, like I just in this case, I should just W'd on the Rumble, right? And then popped him and then W'd the Aphelios.
Yeah, what you can do
Like,
is you can do the thing that we talked about again, where you are you can R this guy, W on this guy's head. Probably
I think if I even just like let the Talon come to me, W like onto the northwest side of Rumble, pop him and then W onto Aphelios is like.
Oh yeah, that's true. You could do that
tricky.
too. Yeah, that's true. You could do that.
Interesting. Okay, there's like a lot of creativity.
Yeah, for sure. All right.